Hello students, today we will start our first class, unit 6 reproduction, and we'll start from chapter 2 sexual reproduction in flowering plants. I want to tell you one thing, that please note down everything whatever I have typed here in this PPT, and if you find any difficulty you can contact me in my WhatsApp number, and I have given you the mail ID also. Alright, then let's start. So the topics which we should cover here are the flower, then male reproductive structure, formation of male gamete, then female reproductive structures, formation of female gametes, pollinations, fertilizations, males and female gametes fused to form zygote, and about seeds and fruit. So let's start. What is flower? Is there anyone who haven't seen flower? Okay, I hope so everyone have seen flower, right? So flower is nothing, it's a reproductive organ of plant, okay, and is considered as modified shoot, and it has many parts. All right, sepals, petals, stamens, carpels. So before going in details of these parts of flower, you just see the diagram very carefully, very carefully. You see the diagram. Okay, we'll start from the lower side. Sepals, have you seen sepals, which is green in color in the lower part? Sepals, have you seen, which is that is green in color? Then what is sepal? Sepal is a part of calyx. Okay, sepal is a part of calyx, usually green in color, and it functions as protection for the flowering bud. Now here I have used the term calyx. Now what is calyx? Okay, before that, sepal. In this diagram, how many sepal have you? Find here how many sepals are there. So there are 3 sepals in this diagram. Okay, in this diagram we have seen 3 sepals. Okay, so this 3 sepal as a whole we termed it as corolla, but in single we will term it as sepal. Alright, that means group of sepal is called your calyx, and so sepal is a part of calyx, usually green in color, and typically function as what? Protection for the flowering bud. Okay, now next to sepal we have petal. Okay, next to sepal we have petal. What is petal? Petals are modified leaves that surrounds the reproductive parts of flower. Okay, simply is a modified leaves only. Alright, so here how many petals are here? Here is 3 petals. Okay, and as a group, what term we can use here? As a group of the petals, what term we can use here? We can use here corolla. That means group of petals, we can term it as corolla. Alright, the next 2 petals we have stamen. Okay, we have stamen, and the stamen is consists of 2 parts, anther and filament. Have you seen in the diagram anther and filament? So these 2 parts together we term it as stamen. It is a male reproductive organ. Stamen is male reproductive organ, and it produces pollen also. So what is pollen? The pollen is the male fertilizing agent of flowers, plants. Okay, and this, then the next to this stamen we have carpel. Okay, and this carpel is the female reproductive organ of a flower, consisting of an ovary, a stigma, and a style. Okay, so here is a circle of layer. Okay, here is a circle of layer. Have you seen that? The outer layer is sepal. So you just relate this this circle with the diagram. Okay, in the flower, the outer layer, the outer part, what is the outer part in the diagram? That is sepal, right? So in this circle also the outer part is sepals, and it is given as green in color. Okay, then the next what we have in the diagram, the next is petals, right? So the second outer layer of the circle is petals, which is blue in color. And the next in the diagram we have seen, that is anther and filament. Together we termed it as stamen, as you have mentioned earlier. Okay, so the next in the circle also you see that the third layer is stamen, and the innermost circle layer is your carpel, that is the female reproductive organ. Is it clear? So for remembering, you just can remember this circle also. Okay, that means the outer layer is sepal, then the second outermost layer is petals, then the middle layer is your stamens. Okay, the middle layer is stamens, and then the innermost layer is the carpel. I hope this slide is clear to you. You just, if it's not clear also, you just open your book, you study once, and then it will be much clear. Okay, now the male sex organ in flowering plants. So see the parts of a flower, the diagram of the parts of a flower. Have you seen? Then let's start from the pedicel, which is you can find in the lower part. Pedicel, what is pedicel? Pedicel is the structure connecting a single flower. Okay, it connects only a single flower to its inflorescence. Okay, the next to pedicel we have receptacle. Have you seen the receptacle part, the leveling part? Have you seen? So receptacle is the axis. Okay, is the axis to which the floral organs are attached. Okay, here the floral organs are attached. The next receptacle we have sepal, which is green in color. Have you seen the sepal part, which is green in color here in this diagram? Okay, sepals we have already discussed also. Okay, it's a part of calyx and usually it is green in color. The next to sepal is petal. Petals here is what? What's the color of the petals here? The color of the petals here is purple. Okay, and the petals are what? Petals are modified leaves that surround the reproductive parts of flowers. Okay, oval we'll discuss later. After that we have stamen. Stamen is what? Stamen is the male reproductive organ, and it comprises of two parts, that is anther and filament. What is anther? Anther is part of a stamen, and it contains what? It contains pollen. Filament, it's a slender thread-like object. Alright, the next to stamen we have pollen tube. By the name itself we know that it's a tubular structure. It's a tubular structure, and it is produced by womb. It is produced by male gametophyte of seed plants when it germinates. Okay, the next we have the female reproductive part, that is carpel or pistil, and it comprises of three parts, that is stigma, style, and ovary. What is stigma? What is stigma? It is a part of what? It is a part of carpel where pollen germinates, and you can see it is the receptive tip. You find it in the tip, yes or no? Tip of the carpel. And the next is style. Okay, style of a flower is the stalk that supports the stigma and the ovary. Okay, actually style supports stigma and ovary. Then the last, what is ovary? What is ovary? It is also a part of carpel or pistil which holds the ovule. Okay, which holds the ovule and is located above or sometimes below also, or sometimes at the point of connection with the base of these petals and sepals. Now, when we say male sex organ, when we say male sex organs, it basically comprises of anthers and filament. Okay, anthers and filament, and together we termed it as stamen. So this anther, when we just dissect it, we can see here the pollen sac. We can see here pollen sac. What is pollen sac? Pollen sac means it's a structure in the anther of a seed plants that produces pollen. Okay, here we can find the production of pollen, and there can be 4 sacs, as we have seen here also. Have you seen the brown in color pollen sacs is given here, yes or no? So there we can see 4 pollen sacs in each anther of the angiosperm. Now the anther has 2 end distal end. and proximal end. It has two end, distal end and a proximal end. The proximal end, okay, the proximal end is attached near the receptacle. Okay, it's attached near the receptacle. You know now the parts of a flower where it's the receptacle. So this proximal end is attached near to the receptacle, and the distal end is near to the anther. Okay, now let's come to anther. What is anther? We have already discussed. Anther is a part of stamen and it contains pollen. Okay, and anther, it has two lobes. That means it is like a knob like structure. Okay, knob matlab K-N-O-B, knob like structure. It is two lobe, and hence it is known as bilobe. Two means bi. Okay, so in anther you will find pollen sac, and inside pollen sac you will find pollen grain. Now see the diagram of the anther. Below the anther there is a stalk that is called as a what? Filament like structure. Yes or no? It's a slender thread like object or fiber, and in one lobe there is two theca. In one lobe there is two theca. Okay, two theca. So it is called what? Diathecus. Okay, and as you know that in anther there is two lobe, and each lobe has two theca. So what will be the total of the theca here? What will be the total of theca here? We found in anther. The total theca we found in anther is 4. Okay. Now the transverse sections of mature anther. Transverse sections of mature anther, actually it reveals the presence of anther cavity surrounded by an anther wall. It is bilobed and each lobe has two theca, and that's why it is also known as diathecus. Okay. A typical anther is tetrasporangiate. Now what is tetrasporangiate? Pollen containing chamber that has 4 sac is known as tetrasporangiate. As you know, 4 means tetra. Okay. Now tetrahedrally arranged lobes, and this is of what? This is of sporogenous tissue. Okay, where microsporangia is present and formation of pollen grain takes place. So in these transverse sections, if we take a portion, as you have seen in the diagram, here we have seen that there are some of the layers. So what are this layer and what are their function? Let's see. So the outermost layer, have you seen the outermost layer? The epidermis. The epidermis is the outermost layer. Okay, and it is used for protection. Okay, endothecium is the second outermost layer. It is also same function, protection. Middle layer is the shock protector of microspore mother cell. Tapetum is what? Tapetum. After the middle layer we find tapetum, and tapetum is the nourishing layer. It provides food to microspore mother cell if pollen grain is there. So if pollen grain को भूख लगता है तब क्या करता है, ये जो टैपेटम है ये फूड प्रोवाइड करता है. ठीक है. Then after that we have microsporangium. Microsporangium is what? Microsporangium, here it is filled with sporogenous tissue. Okay, it's filled with sporogenous tissue and average cell is mother here. यहाँ पे सब सेल से मदर है. ठीक है, वो हम बाद में डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. Now microsporangium, when it is filled with pollen grain, then it is termed as pollen sac. Okay, so in microsporangium you will find sporogenous tissue, and in this sporogenous tissue we will find microspore mother cell. Okay, in the diagram you see the anther lobe, the lobes of anther, yes or no? There is 4 lobes, right? So and the pollen sac. Now why we termed it as pollen sac? Because when filled with pollen grain, means microsporangium. When filled with pollen grain, then it is called pollen sac. So microspore tetrad and microsporogenesis. What is microspore tetrad? Microspore tetrad cell are the microspores arranged in a group of 4. Microspores are formed from microspore mother cell, and this microspore mother cell is diploid cell which undergoes meiosis. Microspore mother cell is diploid cell which undergoes meiosis to form 4 haploid macrospores. Remember, 4 haploid macrospore and which are arranged in a tetrad. Okay. सो यहाँ पे डायग्राम में वही दिखा रहा है कि माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल जो है वो म्यूसिस अंदर को म्यूसिस प्रोसेस ओके एंड देन यहाँ पे हैप्लॉइड माइक्रोस्पोर प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है. देन अगेन इट अंदर गोज म्यूसिस 2 और यहाँ पे फाइनली क्या होता है, माइक्रोस्पोर टेट्राड फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है. ठीक है. देन this what is macrosporogenesis? Macrosporogenesis are the formation of microspores inside the macrosporangia. Macrosporangia क्या था, pollen sac था. ठीक है, of seed plant. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे जो आपका जो माइक्रोस्पोर है ये माइटोसिस हो undergoing mitosis process and then what happened, this form 2 cells. okay, 2 cells nucleus formation हो रहा है. ठीक है, 2 cells न्यूक्लियस फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है. फिर क्या होता है, फिर ये अगेन इट अंडरगोस माइटोसिस. ओके, माइटोसिस होके ये क्या होता है, एक बड़े सेल के अंदर में एक छोटे सेल तैरता रहता है एंड दे विल नॉट सेपरेट. दोनों सेल का न्यूक्लियस एनी होगा, दोनों सेल का न्यूक्लियस एक एनी होगा. जो बड़ा वाला सेल है उसको हम लोग वेजिटेटिव सेल बोलते हैं एंड जो छोटा वाला सेल है उसको हम लोग जेनरेटिव सेल वाल बोलते हैं. ठीक है. Now the macrosporogenesis and macrogametogenesis. What is macrosporogenesis? It is the formation of macrospore inside the macrosporangia of seed plants. A diploid cell in macrosporangium called macrosporocyte or a pollen mother cell which undergoes meiosis and gave rise to 4 haploid macrospores. Okay. Here you just see the diagrams above, that is macrosporogenesis. यहाँ पे क्या है, यहाँ पे एक macrosporocyte है. Macrosporocyte means it is macrospore mother cell. Okay, macrospore mother cell क्या है, diploid nucleus है. Macrospore mother cells, it undergoes what? It undergoes meiosis 1 and then it will form haploid. It will form haploid nucleus. Okay, then it again undergoes meiosis 2 and then it forms your haploid nucleus. So ultimately what it will form, it will form your 4 macrospore, that is macrospore tetrad. Okay, macrospores means what? It is the formation of male spores. Okay, it is the formation of male spore and these male spores later on get ready to form pollen grain. Okay, and what is macrogametogenesis? Macrogametogenesis, it is the process in plant reproduction where a macrogametophyte develops into a pollen grain to the 3 cell stage of its development. So now see the diagram of macrogametogenesis. Here have you seen that this release macrospores, that means in the previous diagram in the macrosporogenesis we have seen the last diagram, that is macrospore tetrad. From here you will take one release macrospores. Okay, that means one released male spore. Then what happened, one release male spore and then it will undergo mitosis. It will undergo mitosis and then it will get a, then in the cell we will get a vacuole and a nucleus. Okay, this again undergo mitosis and it will form 2 cell. It will form 2 cell. one cell है, मतलब 2 सेल तो होगा लेकिन एक सेल के अंदर में एक सेल तैरता रहेगा. They will not separate. Okay, so what happened, one the big cell is known as your vegetative cell and the smaller cell is known as generative cell. Vegetative cell वैसे वो useless है but generative cell ये क्या है, further ये gametes formations करने में काम आता है. ठीक है, gamete formations होता है इसका. So this is the structure of pollen grain. Okay, it has some covering also, which after the formation of vegetative cells and generative cells the covering also has been given. So the outer layer is made up of sporulin and it is known as exine. Okay, and it is very very strong. It cannot be broken by even acid or alkali or any other enzymes. Okay, it is extremely resistant. And then intine. Okay, intine means just near to exine there is intine. Okay, this is inner layer and made of cellulose and pectin. Then we have germ pore. So germ pore is what? Germ pore is फाउंड इन आउटर लेयर ऑफ एग्जाइम. ठीक है. वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस क्या होता है? वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस और वेजिटेटिव सेल ये बाद में इट प्रोड्यूसेस इलोंगेटेड पॉलन ट्यूब ए गैमेटोफाइटिक सेल्स टू डिलीवर मेल गैमेट्स टू द एम्ब्रायोसिंग, जो हम लोग बाद में डिटेल्स में पढ़ेंगे. एंड जेनरेटिव सेल क्या है? जेनरेटिव सेल प्रोड्यूसेस 2 स्पर्म सेल्स. इट प्रोड्यूसेस 2 स्पर्म सेल्स और मेल गैमेट्स. ठीक है. ये बात बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मेल gametophyte is formed only in pollen grain. Very important, you should remember that. Okay. तो आज के लिए इतना ही काफ़ी है. ठीक है. आप लोग थोड़ा बुक रिलेट करके ये सब थोड़ा नोट्स नोट कर लेना. एंड ठीक है, तब तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में. टिल देन टेक केयर. बाय.